All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Peace Seekers, where we're exploring right now the Apocrypha, so called, and we have been reading the Testaments of the 12 Patriarchs. So, as we're continuing down the line, we have arrived at the Testament of Naphtali. So, we got two chapters here to read. I hope y'all are excited, but as I am. So I hope everyone is doing well. Hope they had good sleep and a good start to their week, and are excited to hear me read this testament. And if this is the first time you have heard this, basically I do a quick reading. A little discussion, a couple thoughts that I think about as I read through it, and that will be the stream. And if you didn't know, this is my first time reading through it. So, though I will say, if you see the graphics that I have, those are based upon I come in here and I just like skim it and then grab something that's kind of describing, and use that to make the thumbnails in the background. So a little tidbit of information, and let's just get right into it. I will bring up the chapter. I'm going to post real quick in welcome go-kart. Good to see you. I'm going to post in the if it will let me. There we go. If you want to read along with us, I have the chapter that we're reading today linked in the chat. So check that out if you want to read along. All right, sweet. Let's get into it. Pull this up, shrink this down. And then real quickly, we're reading from the sacredtext.com, specifically the Testament of 12 Patriarchs. We've already read through these, and we're here again at Naphtali, there we go. Naphtali's testament, and next four will be Gad, Asher, Joseph, and Benjamin. And then if you didn't see last night, I just want to show this real quick to everyone. This is the upcoming schedule for the next 4 weeks. We're going to have, for the Saturday streams, it's going to be asteroids, then dinosaurs, evolution, and then viruses. And it's kind of cool. You can kind of see how it's, looking up and then, ground level and then down and then zooming in. It's kind of the idea there. And then again, we'll be finishing off with the last four testaments of the 12 patriarchs. Again, with Gad, Asher, Joseph, and Benjamin. So hopefully y'all are looking forward to that. But yeah. All right, and so let's jump over to the actual book, and we'll get chugging along. All right, the Testament of Naphtali, the 8th son of Jacob and Bilhah. Chapter 1, Naphtali, the 8th son of Jacob and Bilhah, the runner, a lesson in physiology. I've never seen that. Why does that look so weird? Okay, anyways. Chapter 1. The copy of the Testament of Naphtali, which he ordained at the time of his death in the 130th year of his life, when his sons were gathered together in the 7th month on the 1st day of the month. While still in good health, he made them a feast of food and wine. And after he was awake in the morning, he said to them, I am dying. And they believed him not. As he glorified the Lord, he grew strong and said that after yesterday's feast he should die. And he began then to say, Hear, my children, ye sons of Naphtali, hear the words of your father. I was born from Bilhah, and because Rachel dealt craftily and gave Bilhah in place of herself to Jacob, and she conceived and bare me upon Rachel's knee, Therefore she called my name Naphtali. For Rachel loved me very much, because I was born upon her lap. And when I was still young, she was wont to kiss me and say, May I have a brother of thine from my own womb like unto thee? Whence also Joseph was like unto me in all things, according to the prayers of Rachel. Now my mother was Bilhah, daughter of Rothesis, the brother of Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, who was born on one and the self same day with sorry, that's so weird. Who was born on one and the self same day with Rachel. And Rothis was of the family of Abraham, a Chaldean, God-fearing, free-born, and noble. And he was taken captive and was brought by Laban, and he gave him Inu, his handmaid, to wife. And she bore a daughter, and called her name Zilpah, after the name of the village in which he had been taken captive. And next she bore Bilhah, saying, My daughters hastens after what is new. For immediately that she was born, she seized the breast and hastened to suck it. And I was swift on my feet like the deer, and my father Jacob appointed me for all messages. And as a deer did he give me his blessing. And as a deer did he give me his blessing. For as the potter knoweth the vessel, how much is it to contain, and bringeth clay accordingly, so also doth the Lord make the body after the likeness of spirit, and according to the capacity of the body doth he implement the spirit. And the one does not fall short of the other by a third part of a hair, for by weight and measure and rule was all the creation made. And as the potter knoweth the use of each vessel, that is, and as the potter knoweth the use of each vessel, what it is meant for, so also does the Lord know the body, how far it will persist in goodness, and when it beginneth in evil. For there is no inclination or thought which the Lord knoweth not, for he created every man after his own image. For as a man's strength, so also in his work, as his eye, so also is his sleep. As his soul, so also in the word, either in the law of the Lord or in the law of Beliar. And as there is a division between light and darkness, between seeing and hearing, so also is there a division between man and man, and between woman and woman. And it is not to be said that one is like the other, either in face or in mind. For God made all things good in their order, the five senses in the head, and he joined on the neck to the head, adding to it the hair also from comeliness, adding to it the hair also for comeliness. Oh my gosh, I could not say that word when I'm reading. Adding to it the hair also for comeliness and glory, then the heart for understanding, the belly for excrement, and the stomach for grinding, the windpipe for taking in the breath, the liver for wrath, the gall for bitterness, the spleen for laughter, the reins for prudence, the muscles of the loins for power, the lungs for drawing in, the loins for strength, and so forth. So then, my children, let all your works be done in order with good intent in the fear of God, and do nothing disorderly in scorn, or not in scorn, or out of its due season. Skipped on me for a second. I'm going to take a quick drink of water. For if thou bid thy eye to hear, it cannot. So neither while ye are in darkness can ye do the works of light. Be ye therefore not eager to corrupt your doings through covetousness or with vain words to beguile your souls. Because if ye keep silence in purity of heart, ye shall understand how to hold fast the will of God, and to cast away the will of Beliar. Sun and moon and stars change not their order. So do ye also change not the law of God in the wow, that's kind of a big one. Sun and... Okay, one second. I gotta shut my door. Apologize. Apologize about that brief delay. Okay, we're on verse 24. I'm going to kind of bring it up here to the top of the screen. Just a little bit more. Okay, we're here at the top of the screen. Sun and moon and stars change not their order. So do ye also change not the law of God in the disorderliness of your doings. The Gentiles went astray and forsake the Lord, and changed their order, and obeyed stocks and stones, spirits of deceit. But ye shall not be so, my children, recognizing in the firmament, in the earth, and in the sea, and in all created things, the Lord who made all things, that ye become not as Sodom, which changed the order of nature. In like manner the watchers also changed the order of their nature, whom the Lord cursed at the flood, on whose account he made the earth without inhabitants and fruitless. These things I say unto you, my children, for I have read in the writing of Enoch that ye yourselves also shall depart from the Lord, walking according to all the lawlessness of the Gentiles, and ye shall do according to all the wickedness of Sodom. And the Lord shall bring captivity upon you, and there shall ye serve your enemies, and ye shall be bowed down with every affliction and tribulation, until the Lord has consumed you all. And after ye have become diminished and made few, ye return and acknowledge the Lord your God, and he shall bring you back into your land, according to his abundant mercy. And it shall be that after that they come into the land of their fathers, they shall again forget the Lord and become ungodly. And the Lord shall scatter them upon the face of the earth, until the compassion of the Lord shall come, a man working righteousness and working mercy unto all them that are afar off, and to them that are near. Chapter 2. For he makes a plea for orderly living, notable for the eternal wisdom, as verses 27 through 40. Chapter 2. For in the 40th year of my life, I saw a vision on the Mount of Olives, on the east of Jerusalem, that the sun and the moon were standing still. And behold, Isaac, the father of my father, said to us, Run and lay a hold of them, each one according to his strength. And to him that seizeth them will the sun and the moon belong. And we all of us ran together, and Levi laid hold of the sun, and Judah outstripped the others and seized the moon. And they were both of them lifted up with them. And they were both of them, okay, that is what it said. And they were both of them lifted up with them. And when Levi became as a son, lo, a certain young man gave to him 12 branches of palm. And Judah was bright as the moon, and under their feet were 12 rays. And the two, Levi and Judah, ran and lay hold of them. And lo, a bull upon the earth with two great horns, and an eagle's wings upon its back. And he wished to seize him, but could not. But Joseph came and seized him, and ascended up with him on high. And I saw, for I was there, and behold, a holy writing appeared to us, saying, Assyrians, Medes, Persians, Chaldeans, Syrians shall possess in captivity the 12 tribes of Israel. And again, after 7 days, I saw our father Jacob standing by the sea of Jamina, and we were with him. And behold, there came a ship sailing by without sailors or pilot. And there was written upon the ship of Jacob. And our father said to us, Come, let us embark on our ship. And when we had gone on aboard, there arose a vehement storm and a mighty tempest of wind. And our father, who was holding the helm, departed from us. And we, being tossed with the tempest, were borne along over the sea. And the ship was filled with water, and was pounded by mighty waves, until it was broken up. And Joseph fled away upon a little boat, and we were all divided upon 9 planks. And Levi and Judah were together, and we were all scattered unto the ends of the earth. Then Levi, girt about with sackcloth, prayed for us all unto the Lord. And when the storm ceased, the ship reached the land as if it were in peace. And lo, our father came, and we all rejoiced with one accord. These 2 dreams I told to my father, and he said to me, These things must be fulfilled in their season. After that Israel hath endured many things. Then my father saith unto me, I believe God that Joseph liveth, for I see always that the Lord numbereth him with you. And he said, weeping, Ah me, my son Joseph, thou livest, though I behold thee not, and thou seest not Jacob that begat thee. He said me also therefore to weep by these words. And I burned in my heart to declare that Joseph had been sold, but I feared my brethren. And lo, my children, I have shown unto you the last times, how everything shall come to pass in Israel. Do ye also therefore charge your children, that they be united to Levi and to Judah. For through them shall salvation arise unto Israel, and into them shall Jacob be blessed. For through their tribe shall God appear, dwelling among men on earth, to save the race of Israel, and to gather together the righteous from among the Gentiles. If ye work that which is good, my children, both men and angels shall bless you, and God shall be glorified among the Gentiles through you, and the devil shall flee from you, and the wild beast shall fear you, and the Lord shall love you, and the angels shall cleave to you. As a man who has trained a child well is kept in kindly remembrance, so also for a good work there is a good remembrance before God. But him that doeth not that which is good, both angels and men shall curse. And God shall be dishonored among the Gentiles through him. And the devil shall make him as his own particular instrument. And every wild beast shall master him, and the Lord shall hate him. For the commandment of the law are twofold, and through prudence must they be fulfilled. For there is a season for a man to embrace his wife, and a season to abstain therefrom for his prayer. So then there are 2 commandments, and unless there be done in due order, there bring very great sin upon men. so also is it with the other commandments. So also is it with the other commandments. But ye therefore wise in God, my children, and prudent, understanding the order of his commandments, and the laws of every word, that the Lord may love you. And when he had charged them with many such words, he exhorted them all that they should remove his bones to Hebron, and that they should bury him with his fathers. And when he had eaten and drunken with a merry heart, he covered his face and died. And his sons did according to all Naphtali their father had commanded them. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I sure did. I got a little teary-eyed at that, at that part. We'll talk about it a little bit. But yeah, let's kind of jump right into it. Very beautiful to me. Oh, went too far indeed. Okay, let's go back here. Go to. Let me pull this down a little bit. Oh, there we go. And okay. So in chapter, and let me take this off. Oh, then it shows that. Okay, I'm going to just switch it here real quick, but then bring this back up so we can see this. Or can we go like this? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so great chapter. I really liked it. We get I love this type of information. I really do. I feel like it gives us that information that is like never told to us. I'll give you an example right here. For as the potteth knoweth the vessel how much it is to contain, and bringeth clay according, so also does the Lord make the body after likeness of the Spirit, and according to the capacity of the body doth he implant the Spirit. And one does not fall short of the other by a third part of a hair, for by weight and measure, and the rule was all the creation made. So that's something so beautiful. Like what in it tells us right there about like the body and the soul, and even though they're different, they're also they're weighed the same. They take up the same amount of space, and they're not a third width of a hair different. I think that's so cool. And we also get this part where it says where it's talking about it. For a man's strength, so also in his work as in his eyes. Where's that part right here? For God made all things good in their order, for the five senses in the head, and he joined the neck to the head, and adding hair for comeliness and glory, then and the heart for understanding, the belly for excrement, the stomach for grinding. Like, that's so beautiful. We're getting these things where it's, that's kind of evident, but they're being pointed out, and that's so much that it's Naphtali is really talking about the order thereof. And I really like the true dichotomy that we get here is that you're going to work in the law of the Lord, or you're going to work in the law of Balaam. And they're two opposing things. So beautiful. Next thing I want to real quick talk about in this chapter is this part right here in 26. But it says, "Ye, my children, not be so, my children, recognizing in the firmament, in the earth, in the sea, in all the created things, the Lord had made all these things, that ye become also not at Sodom, where they changed the order of nature." And, especially that's what they've done. They've gave us a whole new order of nature in their system, and we've kind of already talked about that. But in the kind of coming up schedule, we're going to be talking more about all the created things, but we're going to get back into the firmament and the earth, but I digress. And it even here brings up the watchers and see what happens here. And if you do good, you get blessed by men and God, and it's a good thing. If you do bad, it gets noted by God. You get cursed by men and angels, and it's a bad thing. And I think that's very true. And I think if we take an honest look at our lives, that's the thing, and that's what people call karma is what that actually is. And I love the explanation. And then just to keep it short, I really love that he got to have these visions, and then tell his father. That's so cool that his father kind of gets to see that from a different perspective. And then where does this say? Where was that? I can't remember where I started to. This part right here. For through their tribe shall God appear dwelling among men on the earth to save the race of Israel and to gather the righteous from them amongst the Gentiles. Like, so beautiful, that if you do good, like, there's only blessings, and that's so beautiful. And the devil flees. And when you do good, it's like you're literally made the master of wild beasts and made the evil one's own particular instruments, And so the law are twofold. Through prudence must they be fulfilled. So you can't just do the law physically. It has to be in the spirit too, or it's nothing. There's no point of it if it's not in your heart too. And we saw that the heart is for understanding. So, though very deceitful, we know that as well. Sweet. Awesome. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this stream. I hope y'all enjoyed the Testament of Naphtali. And check out here coming soon. I'm going to be posting all of the next coming 4 weeks of not only regular roundtable episodes, but also Peace Seekers. We're going to continue with the Testament of 12 Patriarchs as well as the Apocrypha. So if you'd like to support the channel, things like subs, likes, shares, comments, all of those things actually do make a difference. They're free. They take a little bit of your time, but they help the channel grow. It adds more, those puzzle pieces, more people to the table to share their puzzle pieces. And we can all, I like to say iron sharpen iron, right? That requires heat, friction, and the removal of material. And sometimes we got to be able to compare our puzzle pieces with other people to see if we're on track with what we're working with. So I hope y'all were edified in the reading. If there's something in particular you enjoyed, I'd love to see it in the comments below. But until next time, remember that ABBA loved you first. Oops. Remember that ABBA loved you first, guys. Good night. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, I was on the wrong one the whole time. Was I really? Oh, my gosh. Well, that's the correct one. Nice. Glad I was on the wrong one the whole time. Maybe I wasn't. And, goodbye, everybody.
Your glory, conceal the mystery. You give us the honor to search a matter. You raise up a standard to beat back our enemy. You establish this realm, and like a scroll you spread it out. Dig deep, search it out. Dig deep, fill up your cup. I give you enough to fill up your lamps. Yeah, you keep them trimmed, you keep them neat, you keep on worshiping and praising till you're at his feet. Oh, King Yeshua,